Hi, how's it going? Today on Cold Hearted Complaints Off Topic, we're going to be talking about something off topic, which is off the main topics I typically discuss. And this one isn't really completely off of what I completely discuss, but it is going to be a different format than how I typically discuss things. So it's kind of off topic because whatever, it's my channel. I'm sorry, it's bad. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about A Silent Voice, which I just saw Monday, October 23rd, and it was amazing. And I want to talk about how amazing it was. Let's get to that. But first, I want to mention that I have talked about A Silent Voice before on my channel. I did a manga you should read in my blank you should watch series. It was a, not my best video. I got out with mainly things I wanted to talk about, and a lot of things I'm going to discuss here, which is I love that series. If you couldn't tell with me calling it a manga you should read, I love A Silent Voice. It is one of my favorite manga of all time. It is a heart-wrenching tale of a boy who was a bully to a deaf girl when they were in 6th grade together. And it goes through his tales of him completely berating her, making her feel like she wasn't wanted, and how his friends went along with him, and they were just a bunch of shits. They are just a bunch of little assholes. But then eventually it goes too far, and he is eventually called out for all the things he's done. All of his friends turn on him, making him to be the scapegoat for all their transgressions as well, making it seem that he was the only one who ever really did anything wrong when all of them really did. But he became the main culprit and the only culprit in the eyes of the class, so they ostracized him, and they made him feel like an outsider as well. And this story of him being the outsider and him being the disliked one, the bullied, continues until when our story begins, when he is 18. No, he's 17. He's 17 at the beginning of this story. He's growing up, and it's been years since then. And it's about how he reconnects with Shoko, the deaf girl, and their story of finding friendship and what it means to be friends, repenting, what your mindset should be when you're trying to be forgiven and trying to forgive yourself and trying to love yourself, and all of these really deep, really beautiful topics. It's really a beautiful series, and the book, the manga, is incredible. I love the art. I love the story. I'm a sucker for these kinds of stories. I really am. I may call myself cold-hearted complaints, but I'm a fucking crybaby when it comes to this shit. And I will tell you, if you didn't think that I was gonna love this movie, I absolutely love this movie. This movie was incredible. Now, A Silent Voice came out in Japan last year, I believe in October 2016. I'm not positive on that, but it did come out over a year ago, I think, around there. It's been a long time, basically. And I have been waiting ever since that came out for it to come here. It's been a very long wait, and I'm really, really excited to have finally got to see it. It is beautiful. It's so fucking beautiful. This is just something that I had to make a video about after I saw it. I'm like, I have to cover this. I have to have a video about this on my channel because I need people to know this movie is incredible and you should see it because this story is incredible, and this movie compacts it really nicely into a very easy to digest form. A lot of people I recommend manga series to, like, I don't have time for that. I'm like, I get that. I get that reading manga can be a hassle. There's getting the manga, there's reading the manga, you know, and even though it's 7 volumes, that can be a lot of time for people depending on how long they read. But a movie, this one is about 129 minutes, so a little over 2 hours. People can take 2 hours for a story like this. You can definitely take 2 hours. You might need 4 hours, because I recommend watching it again. Maybe 6 hours, because maybe you want to watch it a third time. Maybe you just need a whole day, because you just want to keep watching it over and over again. I know I want to do that. When that movie comes out on Blu-ray, I might not, you know what? I could be missing for a while. I absolutely loved this film. It was exactly what I wanted. It was a heart-wrenching movie. It portrayed a lot of the story of the first manga book, a lot of the story of them growing up together, about him being the boy to her and him being boy to himself. They tell a lot of that through a lot of visual, very visual story. It's very like a montage kind of thing, which I think was incredibly well done. I think the way they did it added a lot of emotionality to it, the way the music played to it. I think it was portrayed the best it could be for a film, which, I mean, if you're doing a movie, you can't have an entire thing going into every little subplot, every little detail of it. They condensed it really well in a way that I think was very easy to read for people. Obviously, I have a bit of a skewed perspective on how this reads to people who'd never read the manga. because I have read the manga. There is a possibility a few chunks might seem a bit off if you haven't read the manga. A lot of the parts of the story that are minimized in the movie, I think are still represented correctly, and I think the storylines that were cut from the movie for time, I think were necessary, and I don't think we lost a whole lot in that. I think there was one character who really suffered from those storylines being cut, and he's got big bushy eyebrows. You can't miss him. He had his storyline did get cut down a little bit, and he felt a little bit like he was just kind of there. But other than that, I think everyone else's character arcs still shine through, and I think their importance of the story is still there. The humor in this movie is something I really want to talk about because it has a lot of really funny moments. A lot of moments I really just cracked up at. Really heartwarming, light moments that just add a new energy when you're watching the movie. And it's the something this movie excels at is having its ups and downs of emotionality. There are parts where you're feeling happy, where you're really just, it's just so fun. And then there are parts that hit you like a ton of bricks. Because I think I cried 3 times during this movie. I might have been teared up the entire time, and I don't have any shame in saying that. If you're in touch with your emotions, this is definitely the movie for you. If you're not in touch with your emotions, watch this movie. Get in touch with your emotions because they're really important, and this movie will help you with that because it's really beautiful. This movie was very beautiful. I think there's only one part of it that felt a little jarring to me, and I don't know how much it worked for me, and that is near the beginning. This isn't a spoiler because it's the intro to it. At the beginning of the movie, they play Talking About My Generation by The Who. I don't know if that song really felt my expectation for what should be there. It felt a little jarring, a little weird. I don't know. That's the one part that I was just like a little weird on. I think other people will probably be fine with it. It just felt tonally a bit odd. It's a beautiful story of compassion and friendship, and it's really just something that if you haven't seen it, you haven't heard of it, you gotta fucking watch it. I don't know if there's gonna be any more theatrical showings. Maybe this will be popular enough that they'll give it more showings, people can see it, or maybe they'll just get it on Blu-ray as fast as they can because I really want to buy a Blu-ray copy of this. I need it. The voice acting is something I want to touch on. The voice actress for Shoko, she did an incredible job. I just want to call out, like I don't know his voice actor performances that well, but she did an incredible job playing a deaf person, you know, and her voice was so beautiful and just on point. I really want to shout out, that was an amazing performance by her voice actress. Really brought that character to life. I think all the voice acting in this movie is obviously very good. No one stands out as like, oh god, my ears are exploding. There isn't a lot of flaws that I can find in this movie. I'm not looking for them if there are, because I just want to enjoy the story. It's an amazing story. Fucking go see it. And there was one thing I wanted to touch on. This is just a small thing. I hear a lot of people comparing this movie to another really popular, really also incredibly good movie from last year that came out of Japan called Your Name, and I saw Your Name back in whenever that was running in America. I think that was back in February, maybe March. I saw a lot of movies back then, but I think it was March maybe. And that movie also really well done, but people who are comparing these two movies, the only comparison I can see is that they're beautiful and they came out in the same year and they deal with relationships in a way, but Your Name is not a emotional drama in the same way that A Silent Voice is. They're not really the same movie. Please stop comparing them and asking which one is better. It doesn't matter which one is better. Both movies are very much worth your time. You should see both of them. Don't compare them. I don't understand this need to compare them. I know I've done comparisons on my own channel, and I have to say that comparisons are really worthwhile when the source material is similar, like say the Dawn of the Dead video I did. There is something to compare there in the fact that there was a story being retold, how the story was different, or my biggest video on this channel, for some reason, is my Full Metal Alchemist video, on Fullmetal Alchemist versus Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Those are comparisons because they're based off of something and they're very supposed to be similar. What does something better? That's an interesting comparison. It is not interesting to compare things that are completely unrelated. Asking which movie is better is irrelevant because both movies are really good. You should just go see them, go enjoy them. Don't ask which one is better. They're both good in their own ways. They're not comparable objects. It's apples to oranges, completely different. So, I just want to cap this off by saying, go see A Silent Voice. If you haven't gotten that already from me, you should go see it because it is incredible. Whenever it comes out on Blu-ray, you know there is going to be an anime you should watch on it on top of this because I need to cover this as many times as possible. See this fucking movie, guys. See this movie. If you can't see this movie, if it's not playing in theaters near you, if it doesn't come back, if you have to wait until the Blu-ray comes out, maybe read the manga. That's always a thing you could do. So yeah, that's basically what I had to say. I just wanted to get this out there that this is a great movie. I personally loved it very much, and I highly recommend it to anybody out there. Thank you for watching this video, and you guys just have a nice day. Be good to each other. Just do that thing. Goodbye.